We are gone, gone, gone.
Been feeling trapped down on the floor. I don't know what for. Feels like I'm gonna lose.
We are Diane and Craig, also known as Shorty and Pop, and this is our story about sailing into retirement. As a newly retired couple who loves travel, the ocean, and sand between our toes, we aren't ready to settle down just yet. So we replaced the typical rocking chairs with a sailboat. We, along with our stowaway Aussie, Pirate Ann Bonnie, live aboard our 45-foot Catalina Morgan sailboat sailing out of sight, so that we can take our time exploring the oceans and the exotic locations it can take us to. Good morning! What? I always say good morning. You can see the big smile on Craig's face. We are finally taking off.
We have slipped the lines and we're going to cross the Gulf of Mexico. 2 years, approximately 2 years it took us to get to this point.
Yes. Yep, it did. A long 2 years.
We are just left Pelican's Rest, so we've got probably about 3 hours, maybe 4, to get out of the ship channel, and then a 5 to 7 day passage depending on the wind. And we also don't know how fast this boat travels.
Not like that, we don't.
We don't know how fast it sails. We don't really know how fast we know how fast it motors, but at what RPM and all that. So there's a lot of things to find out on this trip.
There is.
We are headed to Margaritaville.
Oh yeah.
Crossing the Gulf of Mexico to Margaritaville.
It's just what we need.
Dolphin right there.
Well, there you go. We got dolphins, but in this water you can't see them till they get all the way to the surface, and then you lose them. So we get out in clear blue water. Hopefully we'll see some dolphins at the bow that we can actually see. So anyway, we will trudge forward.
that is the coastline that we are leaving. Yep, we are gone, gone, gone.
If you want to come through ship traffic, come to Galveston. Right?
Yeah, the only good thing is they're not moving.
No.
Most of them are not moving.
Right. This is our sunset on the first day out. It's been really nice so far. Very slow. Been very slow going. Probably doing between 2 and 3 knots. Haven't rarely getting over 4. But the sea state's pretty comfortable, so it's all a trade-off. But that's sunset on our first night. There's the moonrise on our first night. Diane called it first. I didn't know what it was. She identified it as a destroyed platform. I don't know what destroyed it, but it's destroyed. We are wrapping up day 2 on the sailboat on our trip to Florida. Yesterday was okay. I mean, we spent all day in the ship channel, or in the fairway, so we dodged freighters all day long. Big ones.
Big ones, yeah. But we've now gotten farther enough south. We've gotten about 120 miles south of Galveston, southeast of Galveston. And now we have started our easting. We're running now at about 103 degrees. So we'll turn further east in a little, here in about another 20 miles. But yeah, we're turning east. Weather's been very nice. We've had winds anywhere from 8 to 15 knots a day. We had a few bigger gusts, but
Yeah, up in the 20s.
up in the 20s. We had a terrible wind and wave angle, so we had to motor quite a bit. We were just, the wind we could have sailed if it had been smooth, but the wind was light enough that when you'd hit these big 5-foot rollers, it would throw your boat like that, and then your sails would luff and your boat would get off course. So the wind and the waves just weren't in agreement today. But now that we've turned east, it's really nice sailing. Everything's working out really well. Now, did I say it's like 74 degrees?
No, you did not.
Very comfortable weather. Sun shined most of the day. We've seen flying fish.
Yes. I saw some kind of bird.
Diane saw a bird.
A big bird.
I think it was
wasn't a pelican.
It was a pelican or a seagull. Guaranteed.
No, it wasn't. It was big and gray, and it wasn't a pelican, and it was bigger than a seagull.
Was it an old pelican?
Well, if it did, then it had lost its thing. It was a normal face.
Oh.
I don't know what it was. It was big.
But really nothing too exciting happened today. And that's a good thing.
Yes.
And I guess we're calling this crash course in offshore cruising. This is our first time. We've never been more than probably about 20 miles from land before.
Yeah, probably. That's probably it for day. Nightmare.
Yeah, we're currently, I think we're pretty much getting close to south of New Orleans, but we're about 150 miles south of whatever part of Louisiana, whether it's Cameron or New Orleans, I'm not sure. But I guess that's about it.
That's about it.
Bonnie's had a hard time peeing. I don't know if you can see us bobbing up and down, but we trained her to pee on the deck, which was the wrong thing to do, because now we have to train her to pee on the side of the boat or in the cockpit or something, because it's way too dangerous to go to the front of the boat. These 5-foot waves, every once in a while we bury the bow of the boat into the water. And, yeah, I was actually up there that happened one time.
See, there's a bird. That is not a seagull. That is not a seagull. I don't know what it is. Anyway,
It's a Seahawk. It actually looked like a hawk.
it did.
Maybe it's a Seahawk.
Maybe so. I don't know what a seahawk looks like.
I don't either.
When we get an internet, I'll look it up. I'll Google it.
They look like a hawk and they fly over the water.
There you go.
But yeah, I guess we'll check out, and if the night goes well, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Follow our adventures at Sailing Out of Sight on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.